It's catching on already. Ranksy looking like it boxed today? God damn. You know what? When people say that in the future, even if they do mean it in like the harshest way possible, it's gonna be funny. And we were talking about this earlier, but like I can't do the Northern Lion bit, right? Where he looks like, you can't tell if his stream was like from today or 6 months ago, because he looks identical in every video. And it's because, you know, he's got, me and him are the same age, believe it or not. But he has a schedule that he can follow because, you know, streaming is his job. And it's easy to work 4 hours a day and then call it a break. For me, it's like, oh, I work 16 hours today. I can't stream tomorrow because I'm working tomorrow night out of nowhere. What are the worst Nuzlocke spawns? Like Dragon Hopper, Pure Mono. Yeah, Pure Mono would be really bad. I think the worst are just like Pixie and Plant though. Anything that has like really bad life gains is really, really hard to get off the ground. Try another worst monster tourney? That could be interesting. That's not, I don't think that's the right play for front page at Twitch. Just play Fortnite. It'll be like when I released the Meg Cargo video and I got like 5,000 subs overnight from the Meg Cargo video. And then 2 days later I released the Nuzlocke video and they're like, I didn't sub for this, unsub. I didn't sub for this, unsubbed. I don't care about this. I want more Pokemon stuff, unsub. But it's like, cool, man. You realize, like, I live here and you just showed up one day, right? Like, you can, like, fuck off forever. This isn't your house. Who told you you were allowed to talk to me this way? It's just, it's so obnoxious, dude. Like, who are you? Get the fuck out of here. Unsubsidized. Disliked and unsubsidized. It's like a game literally never paid before, but talk about it as if it's a Monster Rancher game. I don't know if I'm clever enough to do that. Unsub sandwiched? Oh my god. Yeah, it was really bad after the Meg Cargo video. I had this one guy, dude, I've told this story before, it's pretty funny. But this one guy who makes PU videos. So like, Meg Cargo and that whole video I made was about PU, which was an experimental tier in Gen 5, at the end of Gen 5's life, to like let the mods who were too weak even for like the lowest tier compete. And now it's like an official tier, and there's a tier below it even, I think. Just because there's so many Pokemon. But there's this one guy who makes like, I guess, content for like modern PU tournaments and stuff, and he was on the video. He's like, I've never heard of this story before, like this is all just speculation and this and that, and it's like without any match and logs, like you can't prove any of this actually happened. And it's like, yeah, okay, true, I'm just telling a story. Like, I don't know what to tell you, like, you're being fucking weird about it. And then I had somebody from that community join, and they're like, hey, like, do you have any like footage or anything? Like, we're really interested in this, like it's a really fun story. And I was like, I don't really think so, let me take a look though. And so I looked for old logs, and like there wasn't really any, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think the replays and stuff saved on Smogon. It is what it is. And they're like, yeah, okay, no problem. And then I'm like, hey, do you know this guy? Because he was being like really aggressive for like no reason. And they're like, oh no, I don't think he's being aggressive at all, actually. I think he's very intelligent. And I think he's got the right idea with everything he said. I'm like, you're that guy, aren't you? Like, you're just pretending to be someone else in my Discord. And then they left the Discord immediately. Like, fuck, man. I'm gonna watch Death Note again. I'm on that shit. Call me N. I'm not sure how many other Monster Rancher streamers you have access to, but a draft Nuzlocke could be neat. Competing against a different streamer, instead of hitting the random button, you draft breeds. And then random for those breeds, winners whoever takes it in fewer game weeks. That's pretty interesting. That could be fun. Maybe I have ideas for like more Nuzlocke stuff, like having it with all monsters unlocked and things like that, but I want to finish this one first. And then, you know, we'll worry about other stuff. Okay, I don't know how far to go with speed. I think I stop at 500 effective. That's probably a good spot to stop, and then I work on my other stats again. We're in Elder already, so... I've got 100 weeks of lifespan left. We're not beating the game with this guy, but we can do some damage in B rank. We can do some damage in A rank, maybe. Our goal is really just to make money right now, though. Has a monster aged out for Ghost Unlock yet? No, not on this run. Epsilon will probably be the worst to deal with in the 4 monster tourneys, otherwise mainly Duelist and Robinil. No, it's Epsilon and Laquelle, and then Bloom. And that's like the top 3. And then Sanjuris and Ghoulshine are like distant 4th. Okay, we got another Errant Tree. We got some money. This could be a good time to go get another tech. Another heavy tech? I think so. Because, oh no, we could get Knock. Knock, knock, it's Knuckles. He never chuckles. Okay, we can beat Mucus. I ain't never scared. Good damage on the knock. We need more damage, though. The fact that I did less than 300 is unfortunate. Time to make our money back. 1732. I think we can probably start doing tournaments once we're at 1800. Blanca Cup? I don't think... I probably could win it. I have 464 effective speed. I'm not gonna go too crazy. We're gonna enter this. I might back out against monsters I think are too spooky. Sanjuris might be rough. We got 464 speed, though. Laquelle, I think I'm a little bit worried about. Okay, bad start. Alright, we can kill him. Hit by 33s back-to-back. I'm going to withdraw against Laquelle. I'm just not risking it yet. I don't think I'm tanky enough. I'm okay with losing the tournament. We still make some money off of this. Okay, we can't possibly lose this. Just came back and thought I was about to see the end. We got hit by 3 in a row and we lost that way. It's simply nothing we can do. We're still above 5k. And we got 3 Gemini pots, so I would probably keep the file going. But we're gonna get about 2800 here. Yeah, 2800. Still money. You know there's a randomizer mod for the PS1 version? Yeah, it doesn't randomize everything though. It just randomizes the monster you get from the shrine, or the market. That's what we do for the blindfolded runs. Okay, this puts me over 500 effective. And then I think from this point, working on power in life might be a good idea. Emily ran to the VOD where I talked about the Filipino wedding. I watched the whole stream, just know the whole story, and couldn't have a better ending. I thought it was like a pretty hacky bit while I was doing it, because it's like, I had to keep like taking breaks. But I also didn't plan to do the bit in the first place, so I think it works out. I'm just going to be raising speed as it drops below 500 composite, and then I'll be raising it again. I'll be working on skill, rather, I should say. It's so random. It was a bad wedding. I've worked some bad weddings. That one, it was funny. I felt bad, but like, I get paid to do my job. It's especially funny because like with the sparklers and stuff like that, you could have rented from my company. I could have done them for you. Okay, I'm still 150 under the cap, or 140 under the cap. We can do that one, and then we might be able Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get 100 here. You're Filipino, so all throughout the story I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Did I just start on this guy? Yeah, like an hour and a half ago. He'll be dead soon. Yeah, I've worked some bad weddings. I've told this story on stream before, but I think it's still the worst I've ever done, where it was there was 2 weddings happening at the same time in the same hall. And I was getting the microphone from one of the DJs in the other hall while we were doing testing, and I'm like, why? Why is that happening? Like, did I route something wrong? Do I have, like, this hall patched into that hall or something? And so I'm thinking about it, and I realize the only thing it could be is if the DJ on both sides have their microphone set to the exact same frequency. And so I look, and sure enough, that's what it is. And what they both have is some, like, cheap, like, $100 Chinese wireless microphone that doesn't have the ability to change the frequency. So they both have the exact same model, and so when one DJ speaks, it comes through both receivers at the same time. And so I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't have you talking over other weddings and stuff, right? So I run in the back, I have a wireless mic, and I talk to a DJ, one of them, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to give you this microphone to use instead because you're going to ruin the day otherwise. And he's like, oh, well, cool. Thank you for solving the problem. And yeah, mission accomplished. It's all done. And then about 3 hours later, during the speeches, the mother of the groom gets up and she's telling this like really heartfelt speech about how the father of the groom really wished he could be there, but he passed away from COVID before they could, before the wedding happened, and to keep him in your thoughts and this and that. And while she's saying this, all you hear from the other side is, all right, everybody, it's time to party. He started using the fucking microphone again. He just out of nowhere just picked up his own microphone and just started talking on it again. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, I got like legitimately angry at him. Because it makes me seem incompetent, right? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, we fucking talked about this. I explained to you, if you talk in your microphone, it's gonna go into the other party. You fucking moron. And now because you have it set up, when he talks in his, it's gonna go in this party. Like, you're stupid, right? Like, what do you not get? Like, do you think I just gave you a microphone for free? Like, for fun? And he's like, oh, I didn't realize that's what it was about. And I'm like, brother, I sat here and I fucking explained it to you. What do you mean you didn't realize? Like, what's wrong with your brain? Then afterwards, I was like, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, you unplugged my mic to put in your own mic? He's like, yeah, I like my mic. I'm like, okay. But you understand why it's a problem, right? Yeah, I was like legitimately tilted. And I was like, you can't use your microphone. You have to use mine, or like, I'm gonna cut off your sound. Like, it's that simple. And he's like, okay, like, I understand. Like, it won't happen again, my bad. I'm like, okay, cool. And then like an hour later, he's like, hey, do you guys have in-house DJs here? And I'm like, not really. What, all of a sudden you're like looking for a job? Like, you think even if we did have like in-house DJs, we're gonna like hire you, the dumbest guy I've ever met in my life? And he's like, yeah, where's the owner of the building? And I'm like, I don't know, I think he's in his office. He's like, well, can you give him this business card? I'm like, you want me to give him your business card? I'm like, no, I'm not giving him your business card. And he's like, well, can I give him my business card? And I'm like, you can try, man, like, whatever. And he was an island DJ, so he did like lots of like soca and reggae and stuff like that, and that's like what the party was. But the card said all the different types of music he specializes in, and it was like soca and reggae and soca fusion and reggae fusion and soca reggae. And I'm like, all right, I don't know enough about these genres to know how legitimate this is, but I feel like this is like padding a resume with like let's be real, man. Just working on skill slowly is probably the play. He was padding a business card, yeah. He also had rock and roll as two different genres, which is like, I don't know. You could make an argument that like hard rock and roll are different, right? Like rock and roll is like a much more like 50s blues oriented style of music, but And like classic rock and roll are like maybe different, but like you're really splitting hairs, man. Country western, bluegrass, folk, country western, Americana. You didn't put Americana on there? You're not even trying. Rock and/or roll. This in the Garden of Eden by I, Ron Butterfly. I'm like actually broke, but we can make 10K here, so I think the plan is gonna work out, and then we might have to rest for a little bit. I'm at 930. It's not too shabby. 500 effective speed, 300 skill, 645 power. We're doing okay for rank B. Like, come on, let's be real. And before Epsilon 3, yeah, he might. But if he does, that's a good place to end the stream. And maybe my life. You know, it kills me that, like, fighting games do so badly on stream. And it's not, like, I don't blame anyone for not wanting to watch anything, right? Like, that's a very entitled mindset to have. Streamers, like, get up their own ass about, like, how come people don't support me when I try new things? And, like, you know, it sucks. When I made, like, the Mamba Zoo stream, which, like, 4 of you watched, genuinely one of the funniest and, like, most fun times I've ever had on stream. I was crying laughing. It was so fucking good, and it just lost to the ages. No one will ever see that. So honestly, your loss, but not a big deal. I don't blame anyone for it, right? Time is a finite resource. You don't have to watch stuff you're not interested in. But fighting games do so fucking poorly for everybody who didn't have their come up playing fighting games on Twitch. If that's not how you made your audience, nobody gives a shit. And it's the same for everybody. Like, I've talked to other people about this too, like, what's his name? Ty Tuesday, who's, you know, a variety streamer, bigger streamer. And every time he does a fighting game stream, it, like, tanks. So he has to, like, debate about whether or not he wants to stream fighting games because Viet Crystal could be fun. Oh, that would be fun. He has to debate whether or not to play fighting games because, you know, he has to pay his bills with his streams. Sage Jam is the only fighting game streamer I've ever seen so far that had an actual high viewer count. Even people like Hotashi and things like that rarely get, like, more than, like I'd seen him peak at, like, 500 a couple of times, which is, like, you know, good for him. But, like, that's not really sustainable for a full-ass career, right? Like, I don't know if you're paying rent with that. Maybe you are. I don't know. My best month streaming, when I was getting like 150 to 200 people every single day for like 4 days a week, 5 days a week, when DX first dropped and I went super hard on it, I made like $2,000. Like, that's like fucking no money. Do you really have an app that calculates remaining lifespan after stress fatigue, or do you just do it off the top of my head? No, so there's an app here. Let me show you. So there's this app. It's super cool. It's called the Advanced Viewer. It has all the stats, tells your monster stress fatigue, how many remaining weeks of lifespan. You still have to do calculations on, like, okay, how many weeks is this going to be if I'm wasting weeks of lifespan? But it does make it a lot easier. It's one of those things where it's like, I 100% could do it off the dome, but it is way too much mental load on top of trying to be interesting. And, you know, the tool already exists, so I'm just going to use it. You can also do it in your head or use the training planner. Yeah, there's also the planner on, what's it called? On Legend Cup. I'm honestly, like, barely even looking at it because I'm just doing regular no rest training, right? Like, I know what I need to do when I need to do it. I've been, like, super flowcharting for the last, like, hour and a bit. The immediate poison gas miss. Well, then you're very far behind. You'll see. You get spooky. If you're sticking to a known method, then you don't really need to think about it unless something weird happens yet. All right, Epsilon. Epsilon can't hit me. I got 490 effective speed. I don't like that miss. All right. Okay. Well, we made money no matter what happened.
Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
Is Monster Hunter 2 for Switch? Yeah. I'm playing it on Steam right now. It's on Switch and Steam. It came out in 2021, December 9th, 2021. Okay, we're over the cap by a little bit now, so we have to rest for months. Holy shit. Okay, at least I made the money. I'm gonna have to buy some powders. I have to rest for many moons. Gotta say, I'm really happy they gave more attention to this game, if only to port to PC formally, or this game as a kid. Yeah, it's a sick game. It's my favorite game. He's exhausted. He's got 49 weeks of lifespan left. He's in the dregs. If he beats rank B, that's more money. Okay, now I feed it 2 powders, and we are good to go. Did beat up his fear a little bit, but not by much. I lost 6 fear total. Any unlocks you think he could push? If we had some more money, we can get a bigger barn. I think that's my goal, is the bigger barn. I want to be able to get Golem and Baku. I think unlocking Dragon in this is like a no-go. That's such an insane thing to try. Lagorus will just kill you dead. Yeah, I have effective 500 speed because I have minus 100 form right now. So Aspen's still gonna have a pretty good chance to hit, but that shit does 0 damage. Alright. 4 50-50 misses in a row, I will take that. And then we kill it. Oh my god, the crit would have killed in 1 hit. Dragon even be good to raise on a Nuzlocke. Extremely high damage would be pretty solid, I think, yeah. Like I said, I think after we do this, I do a file where everything is unlocked, and I just start with 5 grand. So we can do stuff like maybe I roll a Nithon, maybe we roll Dragon, maybe we roll, I don't know, Zilla. Zilla and Jill are like basically non-starters. We'll probably never bother to get them. Lagorus' stats are closer to A rank cap than anything in B rank, yeah. The kill uncut. Okay, so I'm a little bit worried about Ghoulshine too. Crit Blizzard might just beat me dead. 47. I'm not worried about the power text though. And that's where we're at right now, baby. No, not... Yeah, let's get closer. All I wanna know is... Can I come a little closer? Would be cool to get Durhan start? Yeah, that too. Leo would be plausible? Oh yeah, Leo's definitely plausible. He's like a B rank monster. Okay, let's try Lacala. We can one-shot him, is the nice part. Okay, we got decent guts lead, as long as we don't get backblowed twice. Smash? I hate things! No! Alright, we beat his ass. It's fine. Whatever. I wasn't worried at all. I love that we had just a big guts lead, so Smash didn't do that much. Fucking brings me back to getting my ass beat by Toji. Little shit. Just found out the Monster Hunter 2 is on Combo Breaker. That's literally what I was just talking about. It's been a while since YouTube suggested your vids and catching up to recent vids. Yeah, it happens. If you start watching other stuff, YouTube will just stop recommending it. But welcome back. Alright, I gotta beat Bloom. We're both undefeated. I can't give up against him. Monster Rancher 2 Combo Breaker had the voice actor of Axel Lowe compete? Yes. What did he sign up as? Applebee's foot job? And I was just like, I'm not saying that. No! Alright, we killed him. I just was not yelling Applebee's foot job out loud. And Tyrvale beat us last time. I think it's the first time I've ever lost to Tyrvale in my life. Not his weirdest name, though, I know. Yeah, Octopimp is a cool guy, though. We've raided him a couple of times. He's always streaming, like, super late, so... He's a big Texas comer, yeah. So he's definitely a guy that we can count on, like, being live when my stream ends. Alright, so normally this is where I end my stream, but this guy's pretty close to the end of his life. I think we just play it out and we see what happens. And then we see what monster we get. $11 speed? I'll take it. Though I think I'm kind of stuck at this point. I think my goal right now is life and power. I just do pull drills. I make sure speed stays above 500 effective, but I think that's it. I don't think we're worrying about raising anything else. And that is our best play to beat rank A. Or make money in rank A, I should say. Because, like, look at this. These games are not good anymore. A subpar grade. Heroes Cup? Heroes Cup is the play. We're making money right now. I don't know if I can do the Chairman's Cup. I'm 500 under the cap right now. 5k for the badge? Yeah, definitely worth trying. Smoochie's kind of a pain in the ass, but I only need to hit it once, I think. Alright. He knows what he's got to do. But can he dodge charge twice? He cannot. Yeah, Here's Badge is a passive item. It gives you +1 nature. Like, it makes your monster a tiny bit more good-natured on the first week of every month. It's basically useless. You can stack them, but it's not good. Most people just sell them. Oh shit, the crit needle stabs wasn't enough? That's actually crazy. I guess I didn't have a lot of guts though. Okay, we're getting some nice dodges here. But so is he. Oh, good crit. We're in there, though. Yeah, we did it. Okay, so we beat the 2 strongest monsters in the tournament. Everyone else is pretty big pushover. Regretti is, like... He's not going to hit us, I don't think. Satcha and Minutes are, like, uber easy, though. Okay, I lied. Yeah, that'll happen. $600 damage, though, we can do that. Yeah, we're in the lead. Trying to end it right there? I like it. I like it! Here, ladies, model hair good for guts rate? No. Both model and hair have pretty bad guts regen. Chris Regretti sounding like he's from an Eminem song? It's because he is. Mom's Regretti. Gotcha. GG's. This is a Nuzlocke, by the way. I'm not... He's doing pretty good. I'm liking this new strategy of just going all in on power. Minutes is so funny. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you too. GG's. You're actually dead. Okay. So 6k. Not too shabby. Your chariot won his first official tourney going to D rank. Hell yeah. Skill, life, and power. I love that. Hey, mock seeds. That's nice. Hero badge. Okay, we're over 20k. So now we can get the bigger barn. I think you need 20k for them to ask. I'm not lying. I think I'm gonna straight up go to max power at this point. That's the goal here. New Year's Cup? New Year's Cup might be... I can give up early. New Year's Cup might be an okay play. Was there some kind of crash bug with the New Year's Cup? Oh yeah, I don't know if that's been fixed. That was old, but yeah, that was a thing. Okay, so I have effective 500 speed. I'm gonna save though. Okay. Immediately? Oh my god. I wonder what causes it, man. Let's try it again. Told you? Yeah. Okay. Daffiel moves on. That's good for me. Epsilon? Epsilon? Okay. Okay. I have effective 500 speed, which is something to keep in mind. I keep saying it. So I am a little bit speedier than I look. I got low skill, but I only need the one hit. Never had that happen? It's like a known thing. No! I didn't get the kill in one hit. Oh, get out of there. Walk forward. No! 10 damage. Holy fuck. You died. Oh my god. Alright. Kaplan and Mahority. Kaplan? You know, Epsilon, please win. Oh, we can win the whole thing. How did Epsilon win? That man is fighting above his weight in a big way. Okay, Kaplan's the same. We just need the one hit. And my speed's high enough that he doesn't have a great chance to hit me, which is good. "25 seconds, duck and dance? I don't think so, brother." Gotcha. 2 in a row? Easy. I think we got a good chance to win this. Epsilon can still beat us. That's the funniest part about this. Okay, Kaplan gets 3rd place. I could see that. Maybe Daffiel missed everything. Lucky they don't actually simulate the AI battles. Yeah. How did this guy beat? Go Trek? Okay, maybe I could see. You hit a couple of laser cutters. He doesn't hit you. Sure. Unlikely, but possible. Daffiel just has better in every single stat than you do. Okay, not good for me. He's on a revenge tour. He's mad about what happened when we fought. He's like, I must make it to grand finals to face him again. Yeah, he's put up the hardest fight so far. We're losing. We're losing. I'm gonna lose this. Lost Epsilon and Grands. That's so funny. Oh my god. Rank B monster wins the whole thing. Epsilon built different. We made money though. We only entered it for money. So, you know, I'm certainly not going to complain about that. This monster really helped propel his run forward a bit. Yeah, and I'm like spending no money really. Just powdering this just to make sure he hits 500 speed again. I am still like 350 under the cap right now for rank A. But this is it, basically. We're going to do this. We're going to go on errantry or expedition, and then that'll be it. Because he's got 6 weeks left. He's gonna have a... He's gonna make it to old age. Alright, neither of us can hit. This is not great. No, I don't like that. That could be game. 13 seconds left. 40 on everything does not feel great. Not one shot? Oh. That could have been it. Make it to old age. He's got 6 weeks of lifespan left. He's gonna make it to old age unless he dies in this. Which is definitely possible. Alright. Good dodge. I didn't dodge the second one. Didn't dodge the third one. Alright. Knock pretty good. Arculon with the Hidden Sting opener. Oh, we dodge. Doesn't do a ton of damage anyway. But... Okay, so far in this entire tournament, we've landed one attack. Oh my god, dude. I'm being told these are 50-50s. I can't... I landed one attack in the entire tournament. That's insane. I get last place in this tournament. I got third? I made $200. Okay, so my question here is, do I go... Okay, yes, we want to fix the stable up. That was on purpose. Okay, so... Potato, because whatever. I'm sorry I gotta do this, brother. Spent 15 grand. We're down to 7 grand, which is still above the starting, but we have the bigger... We have the bigger stable now. Can we get the Phoenix? If we can get the Feather, we might be able to do something with it, but the problem is that Phoenix has 2 power attacks in slot 1 and 2, and just awful power gains. So I don't think it's probably a very good monster for the Nuzlocke. Also, I think there's only one Phoenix spawn that starts with less than 900. Yeah, they're too high for the stat cap. The horn, using it to make Centaur? No, yeah, Lance unlocks Centaur. What the horn does is it's coded that if you have a Centaur as one of the possible monsters, it increases the chance of it being a Centaur. The same way that, like, disc chips do. So I have like no int to find anything. I mean, I found the Phoenix Feather with like 150 last time. Bananas. If I can get some stuff to sell, that's not too bad. I'll never use magic bananas in a Nuzlocke because it's like, if I can't reset, then that's insane. I might as well go until he's, like, dead, because, you know, he's got 1 week of lifespan left. He's dying regardless. Disc chips increase the chance of monster combine if it's a possibility. Yes, but they don't work properly in this game. It specifically only changes the chances for the main breed in this game. In Monster Rancher 2, like not Monster Farm 2, it changes it for all of that main breed. So say you use Pixie Chips when you combine like Pixie and Tiger, you would have a higher chance to get a Pixie and a higher chance to get a Mint. But in this game, you would only have a higher chance to get the purebred and everything else would have lower. Hey, we got everything. Can we make it back? I don't think so. It was a failure. We died. All right. Reload. All right, GG's, my man. We got the big barn. Yes, we will hold the funeral. Music's so sad. So dire. Goodbye, roadkill. Okay. We gotta watch this at the proper speed. Life 290, power 761, not too bad. 200 intelligence, 300 skill, 400 speed, 170 defense. 48 wins, 45 KOs. Prize 27 grand. Not too bad. All right. So, that's it for the stream. But do we see who we get next time? Alabama Pines by Jamie Johnson. All right, here we go. Oh, no way. Not again.
Chuck up, fun time there, time for the bus ride. Sunshine there, a time for the bus ride.